Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married. I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage. The gag is I still don't agree with the institution of marriage, but in those videos, I made caveats. Under certain circumstances, like if you plan on having children, if you plan on living together, if you plan on buying property together, those are the situations where marriage does make sense. I don't think you should feel like getting marriage is a milestone that you must make in your life to feel like an accomplished person. I don't think it's an accomplishment. I don't think as women you should feel pressured to get married, because when women are pressured to get married, they end up in bad situations.
Wait, if I'm not wrong, this is the same woman that says that being a wife is basically being a slave. This is the same one that said that. Now she's saying that she has made caveats like if you want to be in a, if you want to have children, if you want to buy property together, don't you want to do that anyway? Isn't that like a huge part of life? Is to get with somebody, potentially have children or be with somebody, because whether they say they don't want to do it or not, they end up with somebody anyway. It's not like these women are just single and they're just by themselves. No, they'll just end up being with even more men. It's just that you're not attached to anybody. And then they have these lonely nights where they cry all the goddamn time. And any man that's on the dating market can contest to this. If you're on the dating market, let me know. Comment. If you're on the dating market, these women, you can't just hump and bump them for a long period of time. That is very few and in between. That you can get a girl where she don't give you the question like, what are we doing here? That's very rare. And you can do that for years on years before she starts to say like, all right, if we're doing this, what we doing? The problem is the men that they like are not just, they're not marriage material men. These are not men that want to be in committed relationships and, start families, especially with them, especially after they done ran everywhere and was out and about. So when she said, oh yeah, obviously, if you want to do the adult thing and have children and have a house and invest with somebody, then yeah, marriage makes sense. Oh, well, duh, that's the point of anything that you're doing. Why would you even interact with men if you don't want to do that? If you don't want no relationship, which is bullshit, because like I said, if you're dating out there, you understand that you're not just out there just sleeping with women. Yes, women go out there and they go sleep around and do, but that's very short term. That doesn't last for long. And it just so happens that the people that they end up sleeping with and they actually want to be with or actually take serious or actually talk to, they like, nah, I'm good. Or they fake a relationship where they're like, oh yeah, we are something and we're getting into it. Every guy that's out there dating and actually get women understand how much pressure is put on you to do something and make her feel more comfortable than just a handshake. When I see you when I see you. Every guy knows that. If you're on the dating market. So if you're a woman and you disagree with that, sure. But I'm 100% sure when you go out there on that dating market, those women that you're sleeping with, they want something afterwards. If you continuously sleep with them. It's no continuously sleeping with them and, they don't want anything. And they just like give you a high five every time they walk inside your house. And just, drop drawers and then, it is what it is. No, it don't work like that long term. This woman, has done something evil. But once again, I'll say this in every video, a woman's way is deception or manipulation. It was deceiving to make it seem like you don't want that. Her whole brand is F men. Her whole brand is be your own self. Don't be attached to any man. Your whole entire brand is based on that. Only for her to start doing hauls when she gets with some rich guy and the rich guy is buying her stuff and she's living a lifestyle that she actually really want to live. Although she told other women, even if you get you a rich man, it's still slavery, even though she said that. She's got her a rich man and now she like, yeah, but mine different though. Now you don't need to do that. I'm going to do it, but you shouldn't do that. This is the advice that these women give. They give other women bad advice, which I think most women do. Give other women terrible advice and say, now you should just do what you want. And just slowly but surely, these women deteriorate. And just wither away from all the men that they end up sleeping with. And then they say like, oh, like I told you to do that, but you ain't have to do it like that. Like I told you to go be free, not be tied down to a man and just go have fun and live your life. But I ain't say live your life like that. I ain't mean, do what you was doing. Sure.
I am in a good situation, and I cannot tell you all of the details of the situation I'm in because now the situation I'm in involves another person. So I have to maintain privacy around my relationship, and I will be even more stringent about that going forward. I owe it to my partner, who does not have any kind of presence online at all, to protect our privacy as a couple. I am in a good situation.
No, you're not. I can guarantee you the man that she got, he's gonna clap other women's cheeks. And when he clap other women's cheeks, she's gonna keep it quiet and she's gonna stay because she knows if she leaves that guy, the odds of her getting another one is very, very, very slim. The reason why she jumped on that boat because she got lucky and she got a man that's, to her liking, at least probably looks wise to her liking, and he's rich and he's probably a cool person. She's not leaving. So these women will be the first ones to tell you, oh, leave your man. If he did that, I wouldn't stay in. Yeah, because their men aren't good. Their men aren't worth anything. So of course it's easier for a woman to tell another woman you should leave your man if all the men that she mess with are bums. It's easy for her to do that. Like, I'm not staying with no man if you cheat on me. Of course you're not, because you deal with bums. That's not worth anything. If you deal with an upper echelon guy, he don't have to be rich. But when you deal with that type of guy that you can have that connection with, you're not just up and leaving because you have to replace him somewhere, somehow, some way. You're going to have to replace him. Whether it might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not be next year. But if your man is that replaceable, she was going to leave anyway.
I'm with someone who is fantastic, and I'm in a good situation. Again, I cannot give you all the details of the situation that I'm in.
I bet.
You just have to take my word for it. If you think that I'm a dumb bitch, then you think I'm a dumb bitch and it's probably not a good idea to follow me anymore. If you think I'm full of shit, then you think I'm full of shit and you probably shouldn't follow me anymore. All I've ever done online was share exactly how I feel at that specific point of time, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Engaging with influencers, content creators, when engaging with social media, you need to utilize discernment. And that has been a pillar of the things that I've said on this channel since its inception. You need to have discernment. If anything I've said had caused you to make major life decisions or to not make major life decisions, that's not a good sign. You need to make decisions for yourself for what is best for you.
That is crazy. That's crazy to be pushing out content and having people do things like that and then say, like, look, whatever you do ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your business. So now all the women that probably had good men, the good men that could have been the good men like she says she has, left them or didn't pay attention to them or denied marriages and say no, because, these people putting poison in my head and saying like, nah, this is not where I want to be. And you feel that in your heart, feeling, especially with feminism, that being with the man is the worst thing ever, even if he's a good dude. And this is the people that push it to you. And then after she pushes that to you, she's like, oh, I don't know about you. And a good analogy is any guys from the streets. It always goes like this. And it's funny because I just seen some clip. I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine. When he was basically talking about, they were talking about him snitching. And when he came out of jail. But then now the situation with other rappers where they're getting robbed and they end up snitching, like Pusha T, Gucci Mane and stuff like that. And they start telling, and then Lil Durk goes to the feds, and basically karma is coming back around, and all these people are like, nah, if you're in the streets, you should know, or if you've ever been in the streets or know of the streets, what happens is you'll get in trouble, you'll be the person that holds it down, you know that you stick to the code, but everybody around you do not stick to the code. Everybody around you don't do the same things. I know too many dudes that got in trouble, and even one particular, I can give you a quick story on that one. One dude got in trouble, and he got in trouble with a group of his friends. Now, this individual was not an American citizen, although he been in America his whole entire life. So his parents just didn't do whatever they were supposed to do. And at this time, he's upper 20s at this time, mid to upper 20s at this time. And, he'd been there since he was a baby, but yeah. So he gets in trouble, and they all get in trouble. He had an opportunity to leave. He could have just left and hands clean, but he felt uncomfortable leaving his friends. Like, no, I can't just leave him like that. I gotta, we gotta do this together. If anything, so if basically if you go down, we go down. And that was his mindset. When he went in there, he didn't get any bail because the ICE people, all of them, the immigration people, they end up holding him. So he didn't get any bail. His friends got bail. His friends end up selling a lot of his jewelry so they could get bail. So now the friends got bail. He was engaged to a woman, some hooker, that's living the same lifestyle like Megan Thee Stallion. These girls always be around. The same girls that be around all these streamers and scammers and all that. They useless. They just, did a take. So he got with one of those women and, he gave her a ring because he's stupid. And after he got locked up, guess where that went? She was gone. She's sleeping with the friend now. The friend used his jewelry to pawn so he can go get out of jail. They don't even care about himself. They didn't even say nothing to him. He's gone now. That was years ago. And he's still in his country right now, broke. In his country, you have to beg for money now. You come from making a lot of money and sticking it out with your friends and the people that you listen to, but you always the person that get caught. Now, this is very similar to this woman, where you try to listen to somebody that's supposed to be keeping it real, but you're the only person that keep it real. So all her followers probably kept it real and said, you know what, this is the lifestyle we live. We not doing nothing with men. We working on our independence. This is just us. And she said, yeah, girl, this is what we doing. But when she get that opportunity to leave, just like he did, she leaves. She's like, all right, I'm going. I got mine. I don't know what y'all talking about. You're like, yo, I thought we saying that even if the man is good, we should still have our independence and we shouldn't be tied to nobody. She like, yeah, I said that, but that's kind of like, in your way, like not my way. Mine's is like a little bit different than y'all's because I have a certain dynamic. Now the dynamic I can't really speak about because, I don't want to tell anybody, but trust me, my dynamic is different. Trust me, bro.